The Summoner Camp. Will it return for 2023? That is the question we're going to ask ourselves and have a look back retrospectively of the Summoner Camps of old. Yes, well, hello everybody. Welcome to a brand new video. Now, I'm doing one of these kind of like theory kind of type videos, dissecting, looking at an old topic because I might be, well, on a cruise ship somewhere in the middle of some sort of sea. I don't know. The future's a weird thing. The present's a weird thing. But yeah, I thought I'd do like a video kind of looking at the past, well, not present, but the future when it comes to this Summoner Camp. Look at when it's likely to come back again. Look at some of the good stuff of the past. Look at the kind of like how it was put together, because there might be some people new that might be like, hey, I don't remember this. What's this? A thing? Yes, it's a thing that regularly returned. Back in 2021, you know, was a glorious time, a glorious year. We were just coming out of that thing that everybody had plaguey-wise. And we've got this event, which is called the Summoner Camp. The Summoner Camp gave us some very spicy items and rewards, but it left us with a very confusing kind of, well, ability to take on this event. The reason I say that is that there was a process. You know, with MCOC, there's always a process. I kind of like these, but kind of don't like these at the same time. It's great for putting together guides and also kind of looking to how you get to take on this particular event. And how this was worked back in 2021 was that you would have to open up one area by spending these tokens, which you can see a good example of this is on the screen right now. So opening up this here, this was locked, and as it says, complete Act 5 Chapter 2 and spend 26 times or more tokens in a Summoner Canteen to purchase. You had a limited number of tokens for one specific type of thing in game. You had a Catalyst token. You had an Awakening Gem token. You had a Signature Stone token. And you had a Crystal token. All were important because you would be limited in how many you could spend. And for a lot of players, they did feel at a loss when it came to like making these decisions of, okay, so if I buy like X amount of these here, say tier 4 basic, then that means that I won't have enough to then buy further on. And again, this was all about a process. This was all about mapping your spend. And it did leave, even though it was great and it was a lot of freebies, and look, there's a spending side of things to this, it did leave a sour taste in the mouth for a lot of players that want to make, not progression, but feel that they were able to get some of the meta rewards that are available for this. So 2021 kind of experience was a bit kind of meh. And also how you unlock your progress was by doing solo objectives, and those were able to get you a further milestone or give you a point which get you into milestone, which then got you some good stuff. I mean, like, for free, getting 500 units was pretty nice. And how they worked it with the Summoner event, there was the Summoner, I think it was like, was it the Resort was the second one of 2021? I think it definitely was when it came to the following year, the 2022, which we'll talk about in a second. But it was good to kind of like get some things like units, but you were able to double up on your rewards if you paid money in order to kind of do so. But the great thing about it is we could always rely on Cat Murdoch to put amazing infographics together, which gave us an idea of like how to do the quest. I know that I did a spreadsheet, same thing that I did last year, which we're going to refer to. I can't find my 2021 spreadsheet, but I can find my 2022 one. But shout out to Cat Murdoch, who obviously put together amazing infographics. She does amazing infographics to kind of like help out the player base. Now, when 2022 is concerned, this is when Kabam kind of changed it up, and they were a bit better when it came to how they explained the purchase factors from this. And we then had Hexa badges and greater Hexa badges. You also had a camp and resort setup, and for those that spent money, you had the difference between the Happy Camper store for non-spenders and the Regal store for those that spent. And the difference between those players is that the spenders got extra Platinum Hexa badges and greater Platinum Hexa badges, which opened up more spicier things to purchase from the store. And the question is this time is, how will Kabam go to making this event different than it was last year, if they decide to put it? Something that I do have to stress, by the way, is to say that, well, yes, Kabam have run this, I think it's, well, they did the Summoner Appreciation, I think it was, calendar, which stretched between a July and an October time, and most time that is July to October with this one. 2021 was the Summoner Camp. 2022 was this kind of Hexa badges and the Happy Camper and Regal kind of element to it. But what will they do in 2023 if they do decide to put something? I'm pretty certain that if they've done a Summoner Appreciation type event where they give out X amount of rewards, which you can see, boom, kind of like this stuff here in his store kind of setup, they're going to do a similar thing as they did before. Or it will just be something just straight within a calendar. So I'm pretty certain we're going to get something. It's just going to be a case of what blueprint Kabam use. Will they use the same blueprint as I did here with these badges, catalyst tokens, whatever it is, these kind of tokens and badges? Or will they go something different? Will it be called emblems, for example? Who really knows with it? But this was what was last year. You were able to, if you're a Thronebreaker player, access some good rewards. And of course, this year we have got Paragons. Will we need to see a new progression at some point? Don't know. I'm probably not before July, if anything. But stranger things have happened in Marvel Contest of Champions. So that's really the thing of like how last year went. And there were exclusive things. If you were a non-spending player, you were able to get any one of these. Do you remember when Tier 5 class catalysts were kind of like some of the rarest things to go and grab? Well, that's the thing right there. There's also things like these dual class like crystals, like mutant, 6 stars, and cosmics and sciencey kind of smushes together. But this year will be very different because it's not the chase meta. 7-star shards are the chase meta. Tier 6 class catalysts are sort of the chase meta. And again, sort of like 6-star relics are the chase meta. So that's really going to be the thing about what is on offer for this. It definitely was interesting going back down memory lane to kind of prepare for this video and look at how Kabam have done these kind of like summer events. If I was to say and kind of put a date to this of when I see this going live, if Kabam are going to do something, then it would form a kind of similar pattern as it did with the previous years. With July 8th being a kind of a normal time, especially when, you know, this was released and ending October 22nd. And similar thing when it came to 2021, July 7th seems to be these two really kind of like key days. But the launch day of the week is the thing that's going to be very interesting and different. On July 7th, 2021, it was a Wednesday. On July 8th, it was a Friday. So, July 8th, 2023 this year is a Saturday. So July 7th on a Friday could be this kind of week right here of when we could see anything like this type of event go live if Kabam runs it for a 3rd year in a row. But here's a little bit of a question for the comment section and you watching this video. Do you think, first of all, is this event going to come back? Is it likely that Kabam will put out an event like this, similar to how they've done it in previous years? Or do you think they're not going to bother? And what do you think is going to be the biggest or most spiciest thing that is going to be in the rewards? Do you think it's going to be the likes of 7-star shards? Do you think it's going to be tier 6 class catalyst? What are your thoughts on this? Put it in the comment section down below. And do you think you're going to get milestones? Because the reason I say that is that last year, and I've got my breakdown of totals of rewards that you got in the milestones in on screen right now. So some kind of key things that we got from that one was there was 1,170 units given to free-to-play players, obviously for free, and the solo events we had to do 3 sets of solo events. So you may have got like, you know, one set, you know, you got like X amount, and then the next one you got X amount, and it all added up. So, you know, it's based on like 3 times 3 kind of thing, whatever it is. But then there's other stuff. There's not super spicy things in this, and that's the thing about like, should Kabam kind of bump the kind of the spiciness of them, because we're talking 3-star shards here. They were in those milestones, so would they be bumped up this time? That's something, again, you know, interesting what you put in the comments about this. But yeah, as I said, taking a trip down memory lane was cool and really enjoyed putting together this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more kind of like deep dives, guides in general, news on the game, information, you name it, we cover it here. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this video. Thoughts on that topic that I said earlier in the comment section. Check out some other content located on screen right now, and we look forward for next month and see if this event returns. Bye bye.